Hello everyone, and welcome to this channel again. I still remain the tutor, Mr. Abe. As I have started the discussion on figure of speech recently, now I'm going to continue the remaining, or let me say part of the figure of speech that we have in English, as I'll be bringing to you more on figures of speech. So let's see what the other parts are. These are the following that we have as part of the figures of speech in literature in English. So I'm starting this lesson with the figure of speech called burlesque. Burlesque. This figure of speech can be seen in two forms, namely high burlesque. High burlesque is a speech figure whereby a piece of literary note of a natural value is deliberately belittled. That is, something that is very, very important, but seen by somebody as something that is not worth it, something that is underrated or belittled. That is what is called high burlesque. And an example of these eyeballs can be seen in chapter 4 of Chinua Achebe's Antheos of the Savannah. That is a prose work written by Chinua Achebe. So an example of eyeballs can be seen in chapter 5 of the book, where a soldier at Gelegele Market is reversing his car and nearly kills one of the traders around the car park. In the statement, we can see what the soldier man said. I quote, "I kill you, I kill dog." What does that mean? The soldier regards a whole human being as of no worth, something that is not important like a dead body. So that soldier man regards human being as a dead body. That is the meaning of the exact. I kill you, I kill dog. So that is what is meant by high burlesque. Now let's look at the second part of high burlesque, which is a low burlesque. When we say low burlesque, it means a device that is used by any literary writer where a piece of literary note of a low value is raised to be of great value. That is something that is not seen as anything important, but that is what exaggerated or attached importance to. An example of this as well can be seen in Professor Wole Soyinka's telephone conversation. In lines 22, 23, 30 of the poem, we have the following lines. I read, I chose West African sepia. That is seen in line 22 of telephone conversation. Another one is, the rest of me, palm of my hand, sole of my feet. That is seen in line 23. Another one is a peroxide blonde. That is seen in line 30 of telephone conversation. So from the above excerpt, Wole Soyinka dignifies the dark-complexioned nature of the black man, which the Europeans often equate to that of animals. That is, black man, the color is what? Equated with the animals. That is why sometimes they call Africans apes and some others. So this with high-sounding scientific words, as we have peroxide, blonde, sepia. So all these are the words used by Wole Soyinka to bring something that people see as something that is not important to what? To that great value. So another one that I'm going to touch now is called caricature. That is another speech figure. And this is the intentional distortion of images of objects or human beings to make some literary points. That is, when you create an image in order to make a point from the image you make, is what is meant by caricature. An example of this is when a literary writer tries to paint the picture of a dirty person in the society, then the picture of a pig can be seen with the head of the person in question. That is only to show that the person is very dirty in nature. So that is what is meant by caricature. Or the cartoon parts of daily papers, The Punch, The Nation, where you have cartoon that will be drawn. You see the head will be very big and you have a thin body. That is what is meant by caricature. The next on the list is catacrysis. Catacrysis. This device is used when a literary writer tries to describe a character who loves showing off, like a very important person in a literary work or text. A person that likes to be showing what he or she has. That is the device called catacrysis. And the particular character usually misuses some words while speaking. So the speech figure, this particular speech figure, is same thing as malapropism. Malapropism. So an example of this device is seen in the excerpt that I'm going to read now. I read, I did not get Mrs. Fairweather right on saying the handcuff fell off the door until I knew she meant to say the handle fell off the door. That is catachresis. When this person tries to show that she is a learned person. So referring to the handle of a door as handcuff that fell from the door. So this is what is meant by catachresis. I hope this is clear. The next one is conceits. This device is used, and this is the use of intelligent arguments in a mockery tone to blame somebody for not doing what he should have done first. Conceits can also be seen or can also be called wit, W-I-T. And example of this is seen in Wole Soyinka's telephone conversation thus. I read, but madam, you should see the rest of me. Madam, I plead, wouldn't you rather see for yourself? These two lines are from telephone conversation written by Wole Soyinka. So in the above excerpts, Wole Soyinka attempts to teach the madam, that is the white landlady, that she needs to see him physically before forming any opinion about him. It is a natural principle that two people must come together before forming any opinion. That is, if you want to make, you are living with somebody in the room as a student, and you want to make any decision, you will need to see your partner before you make any decision. That is what this is talking about, and that is what is called conceits in literary work. Another one is dramatic irony. This device is seen as a situation whereby the audience or the readers watching a character will have known the consequence to face him for a certain action of his. That is what somebody, a character in a literary work, wouldn't have known, would have been seen by the audience, or if it is a text, would have been known by the reader. But to the character himself or herself, that is not clear to him or her. So while the character himself is still ignorant of what is being talked about, that is what is called dramatic irony. And an example of this can be seen in the drama text Othello, written by William Shakespeare, where towards the end of Act 1, Scene 1, and the opening of Act 1, Scene 2, Iago with Gratiano and the Scene 1 have concluded with Brabantio, that is, Desdemona's father, to arrest General Othello for child theft or elopement. And in Scene 2, it is the same Iago who goes to warn General Othello of the impending arrest, as if it was not part of the planners, a sort of eye service on his part to look like a loyal officer. Meanwhile, the whole audience except Othello already know that Iago is a disloyal character. So this is an instance of a dramatic irony as a speech figure. I hope this is clear. So the next is enjambment. This device can also be called run-on line, and this is mostly common to poetry works. This has to do with a grammatical sentence broken into 2 or 3 lines in a poem, and this is used to run a continuous thought flow. That is, when the line 1 of the poem begins, there will be no full stop, but it continues to the second line, so also to the third line until you have full stop. That is what is called enjambment, or you call it run-on line. Another one is epigram. This is a short and a wise statement. Originally, epigram is inscribed on a dead man's grave. When a tomb is made, something will be written on the grave. That is what is called epigram. So epigram has the same sense as epitaph, the same view stand. They share together. So the next on the list is euphemism. Euphemism is the presentation of an unpleasant matter that is presented in a pleasant manner. An example of this can be seen in these excerpts. I read, "The old man is on a sleep that lasts from one market day to another. This is simply the old man is dead. It is not possible for a person to be on a sleep from one market day to another. Probably if the market day is every five days, does it mean that the person will still be sleeping from one market day to another? Which is not possible. So this simply means the old man is dead." Another one is humor on the list. This is a device used by literary writers to create amusement or fun. That is what is called humor in literary work or literature. So the last one on the list there is hyperbole. This is used when a piece of literary information is exaggerated beyond normal proportion. So an example of this is seen in Oswald Michalle's The Washerman's Prayer. Now I read, "Look at her face. For countless years she has toiled to wash her master's clothes." That is from Oswald Michalle. Now the analysis is the expression "for countless years" is an overstatement. This is because nobody can live for countless years. When you get to your bus stop, you alighted. That is what is life. So there's no one that can live forever without visiting his or her creator. So Michelle exaggerates by saying that the washerman has washed our master's clothes for countless years, which is not possible. So these are the ones that we are going to examine in this lesson on this channel today. So I plead that you subscribe to this channel and enable your notification in order to have alerts on more videos to come on this channel. And if you want the printed material of a detailed note on what we have been discussing on this channel, kindly let me know in the comment section and I will answer. Remain keeping safe. Thank you.